In this episode, we walk with a gazebo, I fill up a watering can, then I wrestle some hard wood, take my breeze blocks for a walk, and I stand on one leg. This gazebo has really been worth its weight in gold so far. However, as you will find out in next week's episode, everything comes to an end at some point. Oh, and after getting through 3 inner tubes on this wheelbarrow, we decided to actually invest in a fully filled rubber wheel. No regrets. It doesn't have the same bounce, it's not as comfortable, but at least we're not going to be, I won't be replacing those inner tubes endlessly. I've basically built this, or put together this little tap when Joe built the tortoise enclosure and started to, have plants at the top of the vegetable garden because we needed water and I just wanted a tap over here. However, with it being held on by zip ties and just on these wooden poles, which probably would last a few years, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing setup, although it's functional. So today what I'm going to try to do is pull it up and build something a little bit more permanent. Now, the original idea was to use only stone from the farm. So I've spent a couple of days just collecting various stones from around the farm, mainly this area over here. However, I don't think there's enough for me to actually do it completely out of stone. So I've got some cinder blocks at the top of, in the top barn, which were left by the previous owners. So my idea is to do the sort of main structure that holds the weight out of the cinder blocks and then just clad it in the stone from the farm, so that on the outside it still looks like it's basically a stone structure, as opposed to just cinder blocks, and hopefully it will look nice, but we'll see. So for now, need to move a couple of things and make space. Now, I don't really want to put down concrete foundations for it because it's only a small thing and I don't really fancy having a chunky concrete slab in the ground. However, if you're familiar with the farm, you know that you're never too far off bedrock, and up here it's no different really. So what I'll do is I'll dig down a little bit, flatten it as much as I can reasonably. I might use some of these broken up, when we broke up the floor or section of it in the lower barn, we ended up with these concrete pieces which are flat, so I might use those as a base because they're already there, so I don't feel like I'm making something new, and they'll still be sort of in pieces, just held together. So anyway, let's get on with it. Time to release the tap.
He's got wet, hasn't he?
I can't get it out. I thought this was just going to slip out. No, this is not.
You need to, yeah, no,
Wiggle it.
side, so. Oh, that can come down the bottom. I can use that down the bottom.
Yes, you can if you can get it out.
This is not one of those you buy, you remove jobbies.
Oh, come on. I can't even nudge this thing. I can't move this. So it's staying there. They are in there, and I really don't like sticking my hands into places I can't really see properly into, but it's got to be done. Joe has kindly sorted the stone for me, so it just made it a bit easier to then choose the stones as I went through the build. Now, I've never done anything like this before, but I had the idea that I suppose you could, or you should, put the mortar on basically those walls of the breeze blocks, whatever you want to call them, but I very quickly found out that it just wasn't going to work. It just didn't really want to stay on. So I decided to just fill the breeze blocks with dirt, and that made the job a lot easier, and I imagine it's going to be a lot sturdier because of it. Theoretically, I should be able to just slather it on. This on top. Yep. Okay, now because the soil is just bone dry and I don't want the mortar to dry out too quick, I'm gonna pour a little bit of water over this. And at this point I should apologise to any bricklayers and actual builders out there who know how to do this properly. But I'm sure it'll be good enough. Well, you'll find out in future episodes anyway. Right, next layer.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through and through. right. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. I was quietly protective of my heart to reassure that it couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. If you hadn't been so patient, you'd be easy to ignore. You put up with all my till you didn't anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing. I have made a lot of mistakes. I have been too self-involved, been protective of my feelings, but somehow you made me fall. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall. And I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing.
Right, so I have just finished my load of mortar that I've prepared, and I managed to get the stones up to the level of the lower breeze block, so I'm not far off getting to the level of where the tap is actually going to be installed. I haven't decided exactly where it's going to be, as in at what level, but it's more or less, it's not going to be far off the level that the stones are at now. We're off on the motorbikes this afternoon, and I still need to have lunch because it's just before 1 o'clock now, and the sun is beaming down. The gazebo is certainly worth its weight in gold in this, otherwise it'd just be impossible. The mix would be just drying too quick, and yeah, and I would be too hot, which I'm too hot already anyway. But yeah, it's coming on nicely, I would say. Obviously it's still dirty from all the mortar dripping down and sort of bits falling down, but I have a brush that I will be using later to actually clean it off once it's all built and obviously dried off, and we'll see what it looks like, but it's looking promising. Okay, so I think I've got the front now at a height that I'm happy with in terms of where I want to start making proper prep for the actual tap to come in. So I want some sort of, I'm going to use one of the flatter stones over here somewhere for the tap to come in and come out just over it. I'm going to try to make it sit a little bit out because I want the tap to be sticking out a little bit more. Put that, and that's the one I'm going to go with, Chunky Beast. So it's going to go there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this set. It's just an hour before lunchtime, so I'm going to let this set until after lunchtime. In the meantime, I'm going to build up the sides, and then when I get back I'll hopefully be able to place the stone and get the tap installed. We'll see. Okay, so big moment now, placing of the big tap stone. guys reckon? I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. Admittedly, the odd stone, not many, but like the odd one here and there, the little ones in particular, have come a little bit loose where they weren't held on by too much mortar, where they were just stuck on almost the outside, but the vast majority of them are solid. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out, and it works. So yeah, very happy with how it turned out, considering only a few days ago this was just a pile of rock and basically just a tap on some wooden stakes. And now it's a nice little feature of our vegetable garden. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you again next week when we're going to be doing some digging. I've already done some digging because I had to abandon cleaning this to go and do the digging. You'll find out why in next week's episode. But yeah, see you next week.